Alright, it is time for my weekly What Sold video. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you what I sold this past week on Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, and eBay. And hopefully this video will help you to see what's currently selling. This should help you know what you can be looking for at the thrift store as far as brands and certain styles to hopefully help you make more money with your reselling business. So if that sounds good to you, stick around. If you haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so, as I do 3 videos a week all about reselling. I am a full-time reseller. I've been doing this for about 6 years now, so I like to be able to help you guys and share my knowledge on YouTube. If you're back and a previous subscriber, thank you for coming back. I appreciate it. Please comment down below how your sales have been this past week. I know I've been talking on Instagram with some other fellow resellers, and a lot of people have agreed with me that Poshmark has been really weird and slow. And first I was like, maybe it's just something going on with them. But when I'm looking at my automation statistics, it is showing that I am sending out lots of offers. It's sharing everything, and like people are just not buying. So I don't know if it's an issue with Poshmark or if it's just an issue with the general population that people just aren't buying right now. So let me know down below, specifically Poshmark, how your sales have been. eBay, however, has been amazing. So I'm super glad that I cross-list. People have been asking me which cross-listing service I use. For now, I do use something called Magic Crosslister or Crosslist Magic. I always get it mixed up. But anyway, if you search that in Google, it'll pop up. But I think it is not free anymore. Whereas when I signed up for it, it was free, and I think they just grandfathered me in, and I'm still able to do it for free, which is nice. I've heard from other people that Flip is now starting to charge as well. So I don't know if there are any more free cross-listing services. So, but I do think it's really worth it. Because like I said, if I was only on Poshmark, sales would have been like literally trash. Okay, so we'll get started here on what I sold. I do have a little bit of a frustration this morning when I'm shipping. So I have this really old MacBook Air computer, and I don't know, I've always had issues with it. It is hooked up to my Rollo, but my newer MacBook doesn't have a USB thing because my Rollo is like wired. And so anyway, for things where I use pirate ship, usually I like purchase the label on my new MacBook, and then I send the label as an attachment to my old one, and then I click on it and I download it from there and print it. But for some reason it's not opening in my OneDrive, which is usually where it downloads. Like when I go to pirate ship, it's not downloading it, and I'm like, I'm really bad at tech, and so I'm like, I don't know how to get these labels printed off. So what I did is I went on Amazon and I got a USB adapter for my new MacBook, and hopefully that'll come today, and I can try to download the software for the roller printer for my new MacBook and get those labels printed out. But I'm just like, ugh, I hate when this kind of stuff happens, because I feel like, what am I doing? And then also, I used to be able to like print stuff off on my like normal printer, you know, like the old school one. That's just not working, and I don't know why. Like I'm pushing print and nothing's coming out, and I'm like, kill me. Anyway, I hate when that kind of stuff happens. So hopefully I get that figured out. It's 2 Mercari sales and then 1 of an Instagram follower that bought some OnCloud shoes from me. So I really hope that I can get it worked out and get them shipped out today, because I was getting like slightly stressed, but then I'm like, you know what? Like, take a deep breath. This is out of my control. There's no point in getting stressed and like worked up about it, because there's nothing I can do right now. So I'm like, I'm just gonna make this video and move on with my life. Anyway, let's get on with this. We're gonna go to, what's it called? Depop first. I only had 1 sale. I actually had another sale of an Eileen Fisher sweater, but I had to cancel it because kind of forgot that I already sold it, and I forgot to delete it off of Depop. So the 1 sale in Depop this week was a Universal Standard tank top. It was new with tags in a women's size large. So for Universal Standard sizing, large is more like a 22. And this sold for $32 on Depop, so I'm happy about that. Fees are pretty good on Depop. I'm receiving $27.03 from that, so I like making sales over there because I don't have to pay as much for fees. Okay, so Mercari, I sold this Affliction shirt, which I feel like I used to do so good with them, and then I feel like the last 5 to 6 months, like they have not been selling fast like they used to. I do think that like maybe maybe men's, and some people that I've been seeing like on TikTok and stuff that are going back to this like Y2K style, like they don't want ones that look new. Like they want ones that actually look like worn in and used, which is weird. But anyway, this is a women's green medium shirt, and it sold for $21. Next up was an Eileen Fisher shirt in a size medium. It was linen, oversized, boxy. That sold very, very quickly for $38.70. I'm selling a lot of Eileen Fisher linen this week. You'll probably be hearing that a lot in this video. Next were a pair of LuLaRoe jeans. I listed about, I think, 5 to 6 pairs of LuLaRoe jeans recently. I did start listing them lower than what I used to. I used to list them at 50, and they were sitting for a long time, so I think comps have changed. So it's important to look up constantly to see what the value of things are. So I started listing them for 35 to 40 and then taking offers from there, which was making them sell like really, really fast. So I think that's a good listing price for them. These ones sold for $34. They were in a size 38. They were a high-rise skinny. And then I sold these Judy blue jeans really quickly. These were in, actually I think they're in the haul coming up on Sunday. So you guys probably didn't even see these yet, I think. These sold for $36 within a day and $30 and boyfriend fit. Okay, let's just go to Poshmark and we'll hear the lame small amount of sales. First up was a pair of Spanx leggings. These were actually a good sale. They were in a size extra large. They were a leopard faux leather pair. I got these at a thrift world where I found a few pairs of On Clouds, I think last week, and like one other thing. It was a really sad trip. But these did sell for $50, which is amazing. That was my full asking price. I did use the keyword mob wife. This is still trending, although I think it's going to be harder to start selling some of the like heavier fur kind of pieces with this trend. But these were like very on trend for that. I feel like they were in a size extra large. If I didn't say that, I can't remember. But yeah, great sale there. Next up was an Eileen Fisher size large organic cotton t-shirt. Sold really fast for $25, so that's great. I sold these Free People overalls really quickly. These were in a size 27. They were a skinny fit, but I looked up the comps on this specific style and they seemed like they were doing pretty good. They sold for $42 within a week. Next up was another fast sale. These were a pair of 7 for All Mankind dojo jeans. So the dojo jeans, it will say that in the waistband, and the back pockets will have a 7 stitching on them. So look for those. These ones were the dark colored 7s. The ones that are white embroidered do even better. These still sold really fast for $67. So dojos just keep selling good. Like, I feel like they've sold good my whole reselling career. Next up was a New With Tags and Taylor dress. I feel like I got this in the high of the Barbiecore phase. I'm like, okay, yes, it's a bright pink, like it's a cute like work dress. It sold for $9. Yeah, so I don't know why I thought that I could do good with Ann Taylor, because I literally never do. That did not work with that trend. Some of these next sales are going to be things that are really cheap. After I had a horrible day of Poshmark, I went in on my Poshmark automation tool and I sent out 30% offers with discounted shipping. So, and these were already marked down. Like, they've been marked down for a while. So that was bad. Next were a pair of Cole Haan shoes in a size 8.5. They were a pair of slingback open toe pumps with a snakeskin pattern. They sold for $9. A City Chic dress in a size 20. For a little bit there, I was actually selling this brand really good, and I feel like it went away quickly. That sold for $11. Next was a Scotch and Soda men's sweatshirt in a size small. This sold for $14. A Garnet Hill dress. Garnet Hill is not selling that amazing for me. I'm going to have to be really picky with like size and material and stuff like that. This was like a sweatshirt type of long sleeve dress and it sold for only $13. Next up were a pair of New With Tags Torrid pants in a size 28. They were a tie front wide leg pants and they only sold for $8. These are like so pathetic, but I'm just sharing with you because I'm like, I would not get these again. So I would recommend you not getting these. OTBT shoes. OTBT? Yeah, I think that's how you say it. Expensive brand, doesn't resell that great. Size 8, gray camo slip-on platform shoes, $11. Athleta pants in a size 4. These were the Faleron joggers. They were purple, high-rise, sold for $18. So that's like not bad, but that's not where I want to be selling things. Anthropologie jeans in a size 28, relaxed high-rise, straight, sold for $11. So that's it for my like super crappy sales. I mean, at least I got rid of some old items and it did work to run that 30% off, but it was just like, that was rough. That was really rough. Okay, I sold a bundle of Lululemon pants, actually 3. So actually, I guess this wasn't that great either, but I'm being really picky with Lululemon lately. It is like, some things are just not doing good. So I had a pair of 8 gray mid-rise leggings, a pair of size 6 black crop leggings, and a size 8 black crop leggings. They all sold together for $42, but I mean, I'm not picking up any crops anymore. Even the newer ones, they just don't do good for me. Even the regular leggings, a lot of them don't do good for me. It's extremely oversaturated. So be careful and look up comps on the exact style. If it doesn't have numbers around the size dot, I don't know if I would get it anymore. It's just like not it. Next up was a Talbot's vest in a size extra large. Vests are selling really good for me. I have some good vests to show you on my Sunday haul video. Do you guys want to see Isabel? She's popping up to say hi. Oh, Isabel, where'd you go? She was. Okay, well, I guess she's leaving. So anyway, be on the lookout for a vest. It's a great transitional piece from winter to spring. This was extra large red goose down puffer vest, sold for $30. Next up was a new with tags J. Jill dress in a size extra large tall. It sold for $19. I wish I could have got more. Maybe if I wouldn't have dropped prices a little bit because I had it listed more in the winter, and now is going to be a time where dresses are selling better, but I mean, whatever. Next was a Garnet Hill cardigan. This was a size large tan linen blend sweater, so a little bit of a better piece than that dress that I sold. This one sold for $31, so that's more like it. Next are a pair of Miss Me shorts in a size 28. These were yellow, so very interesting. They had lots of embellishment and rhinestones in the back pocket, which is what I look for in Miss Me and Rock Revival. They sold for $31. Next up were a pair of Draper James pants in a size medium. These were actually, I think, a pair of like pajama pants, and they only sold for $11. Yeah, bye. Eileen Fisher shirt, size large, blue Irish linen, oversized, boxy, sold for $30. That's great. Next are a pair of Democracy jeans in a size 12. They did say Ab Technology underneath of the size tag. They were skinny, high-rise, stretch, and they sold for $31. I sold this escape dress. This was kind of a sad deal because I got it new with tags from a Goodwill, and I was like, this is perfect for prom season. It was really, really pretty, but I didn't check the zipper at the thrift store, which I should have checked the zipper. It didn't work. It was broken, so I had to list that as a flaw, and I had to list it a lot lower than I would have. I sold it for $36, so I still made some money, but I definitely could have made more money, I think, if I would have been like fully functional. Next was an Ann Taylor jacket. Okay, I just talked crap about Ann Taylor, but this one actually did good, so usually it doesn't. This was a red blazer in a size 12, and it sold for $28, so that's actually pretty good, but I don't hardly ever pick it up. Next up was a Skims robe. This buyer, I think it was this buyer, it like went back and forth where she was offering, I wonder if it's going to show me the offers. I don't think it does. But she started out at like $30 or something. Anyway, I had it listed for $70. I got her all the way up to $55 finally, because we went back and forth for like days and days and days. So anyway, $55 for a new with tags Skims robe. So that's a great sale. Next are a pair of Teaks, which definitely don't sell as good as they used to, but if you can find them cheap, it's still okay. They don't seem to sell that fast. I did have these for quite a while. They were a size 7, and they sold for $45. I sold these Mother jeans in a size 29. This was actually a great sale. The white mid-rise Dazzler ankle jeans sold for $76. So very happy about that. I sold this Garnet Hill size medium, gray, black, blue, cashmere color block sweater for $25. Next up were a pair of new with tags Everlane jeans. So I would be really picky about Everlane because it just doesn't sell that good anymore. But these ones were a size 33 and new with tags. So that's why I decided to grab them, and they sold for $45. Okay, and that's it for my Poshmark. So if you noticed, that's not very many. We're really gonna hope it picks up this weekend and gets back to normal, but thank goodness for eBay. So let me tell you what I sold there. Okay, so thank goodness for eBay, because I mean, my business would suck without it this week. A lot of people have been starting to ask me eBay questions on Instagram, so if you have any questions, put them down below. I've sold on it, like I'm not an expert, but I feel like I know it like pretty good. But some people are like, I'm scared of returns. I don't know how to do shipping. Like, it's confusing, but I'm just like, you just gotta do it. But there's some certain things on eBay that you need to do to be successful, I feel like. And if you don't do that kind of stuff, you're not gonna make that great of sales on there. So let me know if you have any eBay questions, but I would definitely recommend to list on there if you're not, because eBay has the most buyers out of any of the reselling platforms, and like by a ton, like way more buyers than Poshmark. Okay, so eBay, I sold these pair of Lululemon men's ABC joggers. I just listed these and they sold really fast. I think these are also coming up in Sunday's thrift haul video. They sold for $40. I had them listed for $55, but I took an offer since it was like extremely fast. So that was great. Next was an Athleta shirt in a size medium tall. This was a modal workout shirt, and I was like, oh, this is great. It's a tall Athleta. Okay, it wasn't a great decision because I had it for a long time, and I've almost completely stopped picking up Athleta for the most part, except for certain styles. I wouldn't hardly get any of the tops. It sold for $15. Goodbye. Next was a Dooney and Burke purse. This was a red leather handbag. It sold pretty quickly. The comps weren't like super amazing for this style, so I listed it for $50, and then I got an offer for $40, which was fine for me because I only paid $8, so I sold that really fast for $40. Next up was a Talbot sweater in a size 2X. This was a pink blazer cardigan type brand. I've sold the same exact style in a plus size pretty good before. This sold for $35. Next up was an Eileen Fisher medium cream silk blazer. I got this with a whole bunch of other Eileen Fisher, and then I got it home and there was a stain on the back that I didn't see, and I could not get it out. So I did list it at $15. I think I paid $5 for it. So I still made a profit, but it's just like, I don't know. I was like, I'm just going to list it low instead of donating it so I can still get some money from it. So that worked out. Another pair of Eileen Fisher pants in a size medium. These were brown silk pull-on pants, and they sold for $35. That was a repeat buyer, so I really like on eBay. It shows you there in green on the bottom if they're a repeat buyer. Next up were a pair of Judy Blue jeans in a size 20. These sold very fast, like almost all of my Judy Blue. These were a high-rise straight fit, and they sold for $36. Next up, another Eileen Fisher black linen piece. This sold very quickly. It was in a size petite large, and it sold for $35. I sold these Spanx pants very fast in a size medium. These were green, high-rise, wide-leg crop. They sold for $40. I think part of the reason I'm selling things so quickly is, for one thing, seasonality with the Eileen Fisher linen, like a super good time right now to be listing linen. And then the other thing is that I'm being very picky and very diligent in the thrift store looking up sell-through rate on eBay. So I'm looking for things that are either really close to 100% sell-through rate, if not better. I think that's really helping me. So yeah, I really would recommend that. Brooks Brothers size large, pink, white, striped preppy polo. This was new with tags, sold for $25. Next up were a pair of Smart Wool men's pants. I sold these super fast. They were a pair of merino wool base layer pants, and they sold for $60. Next up was a pair of Eileen Fisher pants in a size large. These were organic cotton, so the organic cotton stuff is selling pretty good right now too. Sweatpant jogger type of style sold for $30. A soft surroundings kimono in a size large. I have stopped picking up this brand for the most part because it tends to just be sitting. There might be some pieces that are an exception, but for me, it's not selling that quickly anymore. This was a really cute style though, so it did sell for $28. A pair of Miss Me shorts in a size 28. These were a pair of Y2K style. I did put festival, rodeo, western, summer, beach. That was all of my keywords that I used, and they sold for $35 with a 20% off coupon. I do always have a 20% off coupon in my store. Next up was an icebreaker pullover. This sold very fast. It was a $250 merino wool base layer, and that sold for $30 through the eBay International Shipping Program. Another pair of Miss Me. These were jeans in a size 30. These were a blue bootcut jean, and they sold for $25. Sometimes the shorts actually sell better than the jeans. I sold these Rock Revival jeans men's in a size 31. I was going to give these to my brother, but they had like holes starting to form in both of the back pockets, and I was like, I think I can still get some money from them. I listed them for $30, and they sold for full asking price. So that's amazing. On a pair of like, seriously, jeans with holes. Catherine's shirt. I'm not picking up Catherine's that much anymore since I am looking for things that sell higher. And most of my Catherine's I can't list for $35 or higher. So this was a 5X brown black t-shirt. It did sell for $25 on promoted listings. So happy to sell that. Next was the brand Fuzzy. I think that's how you say it. F-U-Z-Z-I, maybe Boozy. This sold really fast. It was a sheer black floral turtleneck, and it sold for $50. I love selling that brand. Eileen Fisher 1X navy blue organic cotton t-shirt sold for $22.50. Eileen Fisher cardigan in a size large. This was a linen open sweater, and it sold for $35. Next up were a pair of Noble shoes. These were a men's size 9 low top, and they sold for $35. Eileen Fisher size large blue relaxed top. I don't know what the fabric. I think this was linen. This sold for $25. Alice and Olivia size medium black snakeskin silk top. I accepted an offer of $20 for this. I did have it listed higher. I wasn't making great sales at that point, and this brand is just like very off and on for me. I don't usually sell it very quickly, and I had it for a while, so I'm like, I guess I'll just take 20. Eileen Fisher sweater, size medium, navy blue, linen crop, sold for $33. Next up was the brand Clover Canyon. This brand is really expensive, but it does not sell very fast. I've sold a dress once that did pretty good. This was like a pencil skirt in a size extra small. It sold for $17 finally, so I was glad to get that out of my closet. Next up was a Catherine's dress in a size 3X petite. This was a black and white maxi sleeveless dress, and it sold for $25. Next were a pair of Hot Topic pants in a black and white plaid style, very like goth, punk, emo. They sold for $25. I mean, I guess that's okay. Eileen Fisher size medium, navy blue linen open blend cardigan, sold for $30. Talbot's sweater. This is like the same style as that other one I had in 2X. This one is in a size medium though, but I did get it because of the fabric content. It was merino wool. That sold for $26. Next are a pair of new with tags Judy blue jeans in a size 16, and they were the straight leg style. They sold for $60 with a 20% off coupon. I did pay $15 for those, but I think that was definitely worth it. They sold pretty quickly. Next are a pair of Eileen Fisher pants in a size petite large. These were new with tags, high rise wide leg capri, sold for $65. Eileen Fisher size 1X blue organic cotton, sold for $27. Like, what if I didn't have all this Eileen Fisher? Would my sales be bad? So I'm glad I do. Soft surrounding shirt in a size 1X orange linen tunic, sold for $20. Eileen Fisher jacket. You're going to be tired of hearing this. Extra large gray silk crinkle jacket. This sold really fast for $36 to a repeat buyer. Ming Wang cardigan in a size medium. This was a green blue jacket. I love selling this brand in like, it's kind of like a business workwear type of brand for like a more mature audience. It sold for $35. Lafayette 148 sweater, which I don't pick up hardly ever, but this was a size extra large and it was linen. That sold for $29. Next up was a bundle of 2 Eileen Fisher, size medium plaid gauze cotton shirt in a size medium black cotton minimalistic basic shirt. And what did these sell for together? $35. So I think the one black cotton jacket was a really old label and a really old item that I've had for a long time. And then the plaid gray one had a bleach stain on it that I didn't see. So, I mean, that's still okay. These Dansko shoes sold really fast. I thought they would. They were a Mary Jane style. They were black patent leather, and they sold for $30. Another pair of Judy blue jeans. These were a size 29. Black boyfriend style distressed. Sold for $25. LuLaRoe jeans in a size 36. Blue high-rise distressed skinny. Sold for $28. Vince shoes, which I would not recommend. Very slow sale. Sold for $25 in a size 9. My battery's getting ready to die, so we're going to hope this video ends soon. Johnny Was top. This was the J3 by Johnny Was. I honestly did not expect this to sell for this much. It sold for $70 with a 20% off coupon. Some of the comps for this shirt were $35 to $40, but I was like, you know what? It's Johnny Was season. This is very coastal, spring, summer look. I'm listing it higher, and it worked, so that was amazing. Another Johnny Was. This was new with tags with a flaw. I did pay $35 for this. I paid up for it, but because it was new, and I'm like, again, Johnny Was season, larger size. Still sold for $65, so really happy with that. This is an Anthropology shirt in a size large. This was an orange floral chiffon top. Sold for $30. 2 more pair of LuLaRoe jeans. One was a size 34, high-rise distressed skinny. Sold for $28. Next one's another size 34, high-rise skinny distressed, sold for $35. So pick up LuLaRoe bigger sizes if you can get it cheap. They did sell super fast for me. Next was a Woman Within sweatshirt. This is just a vintagey brand, but it had cats in the front. And I did use like granny core in the title. It sold for $18.99. It did sit for a little while, but I don't know. That was okay, I guess. Next was a Soft Surroundings tie-dye kimono. I think this might have came out of an old bin that I didn't have listed anywhere. That sold for $17. Next were a pair of Tibby pants. These were new with tags. Sold shockingly fast. They were 12 black high-rise joggers for $80. So that was great. And that's it. That's it for my eBay sales. It looks like I made it before my camera died. So I'm going to try to end this outro quickly. Thank you so much for watching. Again, comment down below how your sales were. I'll see you on Sunday. I've got a lot of really, really good items to show you. So super good haul. Make sure you come back for that. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you soon. Bye.